Lucas, bienvenue au 20h. Le feu brûle donc à Etoudi. Au Cameroun, c'est donc vrai que Ngongo et John Gouté ont donc frappé fort contre Brenda Bia. La fille du président Titi, donc on ne doit pas voter son père. C'est donc très chaud pour que les dernières nouvelles donc des temps forts. Surprise ce jour.
Ok, c'est bon. Bon!
When you win, you be measured. You get a certain level of composure. Because the slightest mistake where you make, you could lose everything we don't fight for and we don't work for. That's why sometimes conflict they take a longer period because people need to follow a strategy and a leadership. Everybody want to be in charge and everybody want to be the commander-in-chief and everybody want to be the captain. And Ambazonia don't suffer a lot because everybody he want lead. People they want lead, they don't want to put their faces for outside. People they want lead, they don't want to make you know their names. People they want to give you instructions, but they don't tell you who you be. But they want to make an audio and give you instructions for make you go carry them, you go implement them, and you don't even know who that person be. Certain things that they will not really need for the can't talk of outside. But because it don't become a public debate for Ambazonians, that's why they bring them up for una, make una understand the genesis of these things. I'm going to understand how the enemy they work. That's why they bring this subject up. Not been about any person. I not talk say I'll be right. And I don't talk say any other person be wrong. But they let us know be very careful. Let us be very careful. If you don't be around and you don't be inside the game and you don't create such progress and you put so much hard work, you have to be very careful. When so many lives don't be lost, no need for show signs of desperation at the moment when we win. There is something ahead for the Ambazonian people then. That's why the Ambazonia Governing Council, they try to maintain cohesion, unity, and discipline across the territory and for all fronts. Because we know which day for our people then. That's why we have to be very calm and start to put in place systems and processes. That's why on Monday we can tell our people and say, make the start for prepare for a transition government. Make our people start for prepare for self-governance. We know where to come. Not wait until that day reach. Start for prepare now. Start for build the institutions now. Start for build the foundation now. Because at the time this for show a posture of brilliance, a posture of intelligence, a posture of foresight, a posture of vision, a posture of control, a posture of leadership. For start for send signal to the other people there. You be ready for take over the country. At the time this, when negotiations won't come, that's when you get for start posturing. And you need to only do the posturing, but you get for start do the work. For start for signal, This thing not been a small game. A very delicate things in this, and that's what we do, and very intelligently and very tactically. For make sure say we secure the aspirations, the hopes, and the dreams of our people them without creating confusion, without leading our people them astray, without leading them in the wrong path, and then we will now try for recover and then for recalibrate. When the occupier be at the weakest point, come on. When the occupier don't be crumbled, come on. When the occupier they on its knees, and now you get all the advantages and the leverage. Man, we got to demonstrate certain level of discipline. All right, Now the thing that I to say I bring that one first. Now we will go for a discussion for today. Cameroon day for fire. There is fire where it is born inside Cameroon itself. There is a fire where it is consumed Cameroon itself. Cameroon they at war with Cameroon. CPDM they at war with CPDM. There is a talk of war where it go on inside the presidency. A tussle for power. A tussle for control. Who be in charge? So, as all we know, while we talked 2 days ago, so the colonial prime minister, he only used with Paul Biya get him for he only used with Ngongo get him for Dion Ngute, not for use Dion Ngute as a propaganda boy. Dion Ngute not just a propaganda tool, a propaganda material that he use it like boy. Dion Ngute na basically a house boy for La République. Now for Usai, you don't ever hear when they talk to the prime minister, and then they can't add them again say the prime minister and head of the government. Why you never hear when they talk about Keir Starmer, the prime minister of the United Kingdom? Why you not hear say they call it prime minister and then they can't add them again say head of government? Why you never hear when they call Netanyahu, the prime minister for Israel, they will call it prime minister and head of government? Why you never hear when they call McCartney, the new prime minister for Canada, why they never call it the prime minister of Canada and head of government? Why this is not only for La République, where they go call the prime minister and then they can't talk say it be head of government? Now because they know saying a lie. Now because they know saying a lie. For the hierarchy in terms of the power structure for Cameroon, Dion Ngute na number 5 person. So how person will it be number 5 person for the structure of power for Cameroon? It be head of government. How? You see the lie? Dion Ngute they did lie for you. You be number 5 in the structure of power for Cameroon. Number 1, you get a colonial dictator, Mr. Paul Biya himself. Number 2, you get the Secretary General for the presidency. We don't take over more power than anybody else. The number 2, according to the Cameroon Constitution, is supposed to be that the President of the Senate, Marcel Nyat. Now it's supposed to for be number 2. But Ngongo don't dominate everybody. Number 3, supposed for be that the Vice President of Senate. Ben Ngongo don't dominate all of them. And then the next person is supposed to be at the head of the President of the National Assembly. Dion Ngute na number 5. Dion Ngute na number 5. In the structure of power according to the Cameroon government. So how person will be number 5 for the structure of power for a country? It can't be head of government. That is the propaganda. And that is the lie. That they lie that way, they lie Dion Ngute, that they lie that way, they lie the people of Cameroon, that they lie that way, they lie the Amazonian people them. Dion Ngute na boy for La République. Na a propaganda tool. So, while Dion Ngute, Ngongo movie send them for, may go for Amazonia, for do propaganda. When it comes to the real power for La République, make you see, now Dion Ngute that, he did for Bamenda, for go do propaganda for a ring road where La République don't promise the Amazonian people them since 1966. And then they make another promise 1976. And then Paul Biya come and make another promise for 1984. For in the 90s, they make another promise. In the 2000s, they make a promise. Dion Ngute don't go for make promise for the same role. Why they send Dion Ngute for go make that propaganda? Guess place where Ngongo be there. Ngongo, he go for the South region. And all the chiefs and all the elites for the South region, they don't gather. They say they want to show their support for their Pikin Paul Biya. They want to show their support for their Pikin Paul Biya. You know, say the South region get more parliamentarians past any other region for inside Cameroon. The South region, it get more parliamentarians past any other region. Okay? First you need to know. So now when the elections they come, Ngongo, they don't organize all the traditional chiefs, the people them for the South. So if the elites for the South, they want endorse Paul Biya, they want give Paul Biya their vote, they want mobilize the entire South region. Not be that Dion Ngute supposed to go for go represent Paul Biya. If that Dion Ngute be the Prime Minister of Cameroon, and if that Dion Ngute be supposed to be at the head of government, not be that Dion Ngute for go represent Paul Biya or for go represent Paul Biya. First of all, we'll ask the question: if Paul Biya they alive, and if Paul Biya fi waka, why be say he own people them? The traditional chiefs of the South, they want to do an endorsement for Paul Biya for his own place where he self come out. Why be say the Paul Biya self not there around? If Paul Biya be alive, and if Paul Biya is still worker, why Paul Biya no go receive the endorsement, the blessings, and the juju? Why Paul Biya no go receive the powers of the juju? Why? If Paul Biya they alive, and if Paul Biya, if he waka? Now the first question that we all man need for ask him. Secondly, if not Dion Ngute be the Prime Minister, who talks say Mr. Paul Biya talks I no want go? Why if not Dion Ngute be the Prime Minister, why they not send Dion Ngute for go receive the endorsement and represent Mr. Paul Biya in his absence? If Dion Ngute been at the head of government, not been supposed to go. No. Ngongo tell Dion Ngute say, fiche-moi la perle. Fous-moi le camp. Imbécile. Tu as qui? Comment me for there? Small house boy. That's all Ngongo tell you. Fous-moi le perle. Fiche-moi la perle. Chien. Tu es qui? Imbécile. Ah, comment me for the small house boy? So, Ngongo, he come out. He go for the South region. For go do it. For go make juju. Ngongo want go make juju. Say Paul Biya must win this election. By the gods, by the ancestral spirit, Ngongo go make juju for broad daylight, no hiding. So they bring all the voodoo priests, they bring all the chiefdom for juju, they bring all the traditional chiefdom. They say, "Una come, una bring una strongest juju, una get them. We must win this election." This time around, they're not gonna for Malta for go bring the Grand Master. They're not gonna for Malta for go bring the Grand Master. The Grand Master for for these occultic societies, then they not go bring na the grand master. They go bring na grand voodoos. They go bring na voodoo priests. The chiefs of juju. Now they go bring her for Grand South. They put them all man she done. Guess who be there for front? Dion Ngute not be near that place because he's a nobody when it comes to the structure of power for La République. Dion Ngute not be near the place because he not qualify for be for that kind of place. He not qualify for enter for that kind of place. First of all, na a house slave. So a house slave enough it be for a place where the kings and the authorities that they be there. House slave and houseboy, you send it for errands. Go buy tomato for market. Go buy cocoa soap. You hear? Take them. Go buy bottle mimbo. Stranger they come. Now houseboy won't work that. And that's the work of Dion Ngute. So when it comes for things that they really matter, the house slave enough he enter. When master enter, the slave will go for outside. When the masters, the worker, kunya, the people they get power and authority. When they enter, this house slave, he must come off outside. They must send him. Then I go buy cigar. May go throw the tea. May go sweep outside. The house slave enough hear the real business of kings and queens. Gongo go for the like Don Man. Gongo get open eye. Now the first thing that. Who said the Secretary General of the Presidency command? For the command, a person they call the Prime Minister. Now open eye, right? Fishman appear. Command me for this small boy. Ngongo come on. He enter for that place like Don Man. And he command authority. For do juju. Say he must maintain that position. And they must give power back to the Grand Master. Make we hear what did it happen for Grand South. Make we hear. Now plan for we.
Donc, des gardiens de la tradition de la mer et de la forêt, du Sud. Cet ouvrage magnifique qui impose grandeur, prestance, équilibre dans un style majestueux, baroque et contemporain, exprime assurance et engagement en tout temps et en toutes circonstances des gardiens de la tradition du Sud Cameroun vis-à-vis de son excellence Paul Biya, un Omangui, l'homme de la providence en qui, pour nous, de la région du Sud, il n'y a que reconnaissance, gratitude et remerciement. Ce trône, taillé dans un bois dur, avec un tissage généreux de rotin autour, rime avec concentration, vertu, majestuosité et succès en toutes circonstances. Il laisse transparaître beauté par l'alternance de sa texture et de ses aigrures. Souplesse par son assise, son dossier et ses accoudoirs aux 8 supports en rotin manifestant unicité et accomplissement total de son propriétaire. Grandeur par sa hauteur, sa largeur et sa profondeur. Équilibre naturel et protection par son ancrage à l'écosystème local du Sud Cameroun. Ce trône est embelli par
that chair now, after they don't talk all these things them, now for them now they supposed to carry, now for them now probably supposed to go shit down for that on top that chair. And then they throw it country medicine on top of head. And then throw it country medicine on top of food. Now they cheer for grandmaster. Now they cheer that. Now they cheer that. We're supposed to shit on day. When they go carry all the witchcraft. They take them now, they put them for Paul Biya, but say he must win that election by fire, by force, by juju, and by witchcraft. Now they place this way, authority and people when they get power, they're supposed to be there. John Gute not be nowhere to be found. Okay, so next, now we know place where Dion Gute belong. All man now know place where Dion Gute belong, right? All man, Dion Gute, it get level. A level not been a level of authority or power. Na a propaganda house boy. Na an errand boy. Okay? Na an errand boy. It only be useful for when they come for make propaganda for Ambazonia. Now they only use that, they use it. When I wait, as things that they collapse, now then they will first start for finish with them. Make we go for the next one. As we know, they begin with the call and say Brenda Biya. He don't take a public stand against his papa and against his mommy. He don't call them out for all the bad things that they do, even for their own people there. He is speaking. He is staying for Switzerland. He did make TikTok every day. Wash his papa and his mommy there for outside. Talk how the one kill it. Then yesterday, it never end for day. Brenda don't move another one. When I hear from Brenda, as I said before we continue the story. When I hear. What's that volume day? Volume no day.
Je coupe les ponts avec mes parents parce qu'ils m'ont toute ma vie m'ont fait du mal et maintenant je me rends compte qu'ils veulent me tuer. Je coupe les ponts avec mes parents. Dorénavant, je ne suis plus de la famille. L'argent que vous utilisiez pour me contrôler, je ne prendrai plus un seul sou. Maman, papa, venant de vous. Vous n'avez aucune idée de tout le mal qu'ils m'ont fait. Tout le mal que ces gens m'ont fait et continuent à me faire. Donc pour la campagne, vous voulez vraiment savoir qui je vais voter. Je ne voterai pas Paul Biya.
Period. Period. For people that don't understand Egyptian language, Brenda talks in a very wicked people them. Na bad people them. Na people that they kill. Na people that they commit murder. They even try for killing. He said that they try for killing. They try for the other part of the video where we will not get them way and will not want include them for it because it's long. He said that they try for send people they can't give drugs so that make it take those drugs, make it die because it talk against them. Now Brenda, they call on the people of Cameroon. Say ye Brenda, not fit vote wicked people them. And ye Brenda, not fit vote for your own papa because a papa na a wicked man. We the key people them. And for your old age, instead for you for go rest, you want continue for destroy a country where never belong. Brenda talk say, ye Brenda no go vote for Paul Biya, and ye Brenda, they call on all Cameroonese, may they no vote for Paul Biya. Now Paul Biya on picking that. So you get a war between Ngongo and the colonial prime minister. Then you get another war now where they go on between Paul Biya and Brenda for inside the same Unity Palace. For inside the same place. Now, for people that really understand what it go on. All these things that they happen are because of Witi Ambazonia don't deliver them to La Republic. The courage of the Ambazonian people them, the resilience of the Ambazonian people them, the bravery of the Ambazonian people them, okay? Our capacity for stand collectively for our own humanity. That confidence, that courage, that bravery we don't demonstrate them. It don't make even Brenda now if he come outside, he can't call his papa out openly. It never ever happened until now. You, the Ambazonian people, when they look at our picking them, they look at our sisters, they look at our mommy, when they see their level of courage, they also be inspired. So now when Brenda don't come out for outside, he can't challenge a papa. Call a papa say be witch man. Call a papa say a terrorist. Call a papa say a murderer. Call a papa say a massacre perpetrator. Call a papa say he cause all the problem them for Southern Cameroons. They go arrest Brenda. Paul Biya go send his secret agents them. Make they go arrest Brenda, lock her. Make they go arrest Brenda, put it for prison. Because no other person get free speech. No other person get free speech. With all the things that we Brenda don't talk about, Paul Biya go arrest Brenda, lock her. Paul Biya go put Brenda for Kondengi. The Cameroon Minister of National Security, he go arrest Brenda. The Cameroon Minister of Justice, he go arrest Brenda. The Cameroon military will go arrest Brenda. No. Because Brenda not been an Ambazonian. If not an Ambazonian be talk those things, if you don't chase it to the gates of hell. But thanks to the courage of the Ambazonian people then, Brenda Fi can't stand for outside. Speak the truth to the world. And tell the world who Pobia be and who Chantal be. The own mommy and the own papa. If they be your own mommy and your own papa in the first place. No matter. I don't know. They only call it Brenda. We don't know, right? We don't know. So I hear some other people they talk say, so what will be the way forward? You want to ask what will be the way forward? Let's check first. You want to ask what will be the way forward, right? The way forward na patience. The way forward na victory. The way forward na your freedom. We just finished 2 successful weeks of lockdown. So now which way forward did he ask for? You just finished for deliver 2 weeks of a punch. 2 weeks for showing that you be in charge. 2 weeks for showing that you be in control. 2 weeks for demonstrate. See, Cameroon not get the power where they lie to themselves so they get a farmer's way. The collective effort. Now all this we need for the world. Leave the rest for the negotiation table. That's all the leadership asks you for doing. Do this one. Because it pile up, and it take the rope. We don't take the occupier putty for make the commit suicide. We don't take that rope time for their neck. We draw them small. The end don't come. We don't finish 2 weeks of successful lockdown. Tomorrow, na Saturday, all place will open. Sunday, all place they go open. 2 weeks of successful lockdown. A period this for celebrate your achievement and your victory, your commitment and your dedication. It will be easy? No, it not be easy. It takes sacrifice for our people that for dedicate 2 weeks for collective resistance. There is economic loss, revenue loss, loss of business opportunity. It's a lot of loss of beginning with no go school, loss of people who are supposed to travel and not travel. Ambazonians, they make this sacrifice because they know what they want and they know what to do and forget them. The sacrifices, forget something for life, you go for sacrifice. Prove to God. See, as God, you do a part, you must do your own human part. There's a price to pay for freedom. There's a price we get for pay for become successful. There's a price where any person get for pay for go school. You get for study. You get for go school. You get for sit down for class. So you know if you serve 2 masters at a time. Any person will go law school, medical school. You know the price and the cost. You know how much you give up in your life. You know how much you deprive yourself of certain things. But you know say what you do it be worth it. The future will be greater. The future will be brighter. The money we're going to make and will be plenty. Bundle by bundle. The house we're going to live will be in a big man house. The motor we're going to drive and will be a big man motor them. They are beginning to go live in abundance and lavish lifestyle. You go become a doctor with a big title. You go get prestige and respect. So you be willing to pay the price for all those things. And people don't understand this one. They know the benefits of freedom, of independence. They know the benefits of a prosperous society. They know the benefits for them forget self-governance. They know the benefits. That's why we make these sacrifices. On behalf of Dr. Joe, on behalf of the leader, on behalf of the vice president, on behalf of our forces them across the 13 states, they say thank you. They say thank you, Ground Zero. They say thank you to our civilian population. They say thank you. We go now for our last item. This, I think they're calling Apostle Ambe. He don't come again. Apostle Ambe don't come again. Apostle Ambe say, ye too no go, she don't quiet. He say as Brenda they talk, ye Apostle Ambe, he no go, she don't quiet. The time don't come, we go for call a spade, yeah? Apostle Ambe say, time don't reach for call a spade, He say people, they must speak truth to power, to the Grand Master. Elongobi. He say people, they must speak truth to power to Elongobi. I think say that year for that their video for Grandmaster. Elongobi, I think say that they talk. So Apostle Ambe say, if Ngongo they go for the south, go move Juju, then at least the only small thing way to feed you and for make contribution for what it go on for the political brouhaha. At least may talks more true. When I don't say Apostle Ambe, they say na man for sense. Make we hear what Mr. Ambe don't the talk. Make we hear.
Secondly, President Paul Biya came to power as a youth. Today we have ancestors ruling us. I mean, living ancestors. In almost every strategic responsibility, you cannot find a young man there. National Assembly, I grew up and knew the president of National Assembly. My daughter, first daughter, is still telling me the same person is National Assembly. The person who heads the Senate is a retired individual who was grasped somewhere and he barely walks. We are talking about a constitutional council person who has been given an office that was created to make sure elections go free in this country. He was brought into that office. He saw it as a trophy, not an employment, as a breakthrough of the millennium. Now we have such persons in responsibilities. How do you expect a nation to continue for when the poor are ruling it are on wheelchairs? A nation that is led by people on wheelchairs, how do you expect the nation to gain speed? The people themselves cannot walk. How can the nation walk? Because in leadership we need energy, we need vitality, we need vigor to carry out leadership to an effective end. But that's
this one not been as we talk am. No been me at the talk am. Ambe say no, she don't quiet. Ambe, Mr. Ambe, talk am again. Talk am louder. Talk am again.
President Paul Biya came to power as a youth. Today we have ancestors ruling us. I mean, living ancestors. In almost every strategic responsibility, you cannot find a young man there. National Assembly, I grew up and knew the president of National Assembly. My daughter, first daughter, is still telling me the same person is National Assembly. The person who heads the Senate is a retired individual who was grasped somewhere and he barely walks. We are talking about a constitutional council person who has been given an office that was created to make sure elections go free in this country. He was brought into that office. He saw it as a trophy, not an employment, as a breakthrough of the millennium. Now we have such persons in responsibilities. How do you expect a nation to continue for when the poor are ruling it are on wheelchairs? A nation that is led by people on wheelchairs, how do you expect the nation to gain speed? The people themselves cannot walk. How can the nation walk? Because in leadership we need energy, we need vitality, we need vigor to carry out leadership to an effective end. But that's
So, and they don't talk am. Now the people them this way, we and they talk about, we Brenda they talk about. Now the people them this way, they not feel worker, but the one can govern Ambazonia, the one can occupy Ambazonia, the one can build Ambazonia. People where they never carry the tea for their own country, the one can build Ambazonia. They destroy Ambazonian villages, towns, communities. When they can make small bridge, they go call a reconstruction, like say bridge beside war. Bridge way, road where they never build them. When they come, as they call them, bulldoze road. They go call us in a reconstruction. The villages, the towns, the communities, the cities, the neighborhoods, where they destroy them. They never go build them. So now they fool you. No leave and make they fool you. No leave and make they fool you. You already defeat them. Prepare for take your country back. That's your responsibility. Cameroon is going for make propaganda. Cameroon is going for do delay tactics. They do these delay tactics now because of the CPDM elites, these blood suckers, these murderers. When are they engineer all these things? Even for other country, Regina Mundi for don't resign. Diongute for don't resign. Atanganji for don't resign. Tabetando for don't resign. The for talk say not in my name. I'm not there for this thing. You must solve this problem. You not fit continue for kill people then, destroy villages, destroy communities, and you call yourself a government. Not in my name. I not be part of this. A people where they get character and they do them now out of the genuine care and love and compassion for the people who they think that they govern them. Everybody for don't step down and disassociate themselves from this genocide, these massacres, and these crimes against the Ambazonian people. But these people then, as God don't prove them, they don't go join Minyongo house, join Juju house. Obia, don't take all them. You open your mouth, you talk say one resign. All man no get passport again. No man no fit travel out of Cameroon. Gongon don't put an order. None of them fit travel out of Cameroon. Everybody did live inside a prison. All the colonial elites, they are all prisoners. Not be only Kondengi be prison. If you know if you speak your conscience, you know if you speak the truth, be a prisoner. And in due time, the Ambazonian people will hold you accountable. So far, we've done really well. We've done extremely well. We don't prove ourselves beyond all reasonable doubt. We don't defy all expectations. We don't defy all expectations. See what we don't do. See how far we don't come. See how much we don't demonstrate. See how much the power structure don't change. That's why they fear. They don't get no choice. Don't tie their hand, tie their foot, put them for rope. They will commit suicide. Ambazonia don't prevail. Now hold the line. Just a little bit longer. The international community, the way it will happen for inside the Republic. Before any major announcements. You know, if it starts until we don't know what will come, who will be the president coming in the next 3 weeks. You know, if we can't start anything, you don't know whether Nangongo will be there, Diongute will be there, Apobia will be there, or the army will take power. no person be foolish enough to take that kind of risk. Cameroon be for a crisis point. Nobody know what could happen for Cameroon. They don't know whether the Northeast they go explode. They don't know whether.
À parler aux quatre. Donc ils savent déjà au moins qu'il y a quelqu'un qui se parle. Ils savent au moins qu'ils se parlent. C'est déjà quelque chose qui est la chose la plus importante. Ils se parlent. Donc, maintenant, toi, Nkwagne, tu avais dit qu'on laisse d'abord les vieux là-bas se mettre ensemble. Et maintenant, vous ici en bas, vous les jeunes, vous allez voir maintenant comment vous-même vous pouvez commencer aussi. Maintenant, rencontrez-vous. Pourquoi Nkwagne ne rencontre pas le jeune Yodi? Pourquoi le jeune Yodi ne rencontre pas Espoir Matomba? Pourquoi Espoir Matomba ne rencontre pas Nkwagne? En ce moment, Espoir Matomba, si lui croise seulement Joshua en route, il va lui sortir les gifles. Si Espoir Matomba croise Joshua en route, il va lui sortir les baffles que Dieu n'a jamais vus. Parce que ces deux mots-là qui se battent, ils se extrêmement battent. Ils sont partis se retrouver à la Cour constitutionnelle pour une histoire de couleur, pour une histoire de point levé. Pour une histoire de point levé, ils sont partis se retrouver. Vous allez entendre bientôt que Maurice Kamto a aussi rencontré Madame Damjoya. C'est les mêmes gens, ok? On se demande donc, les jeunes qui sont donc là derrière maintenant, leur rôle c'est lequel? Parce que les pépés peuvent même se lancer, eux, dans le harakiri. Ils disent que là où on est là, on a le choix, soit on entre on finit définitivement dans la poubelle de l'histoire, soit on sauve notre nom pour des générations et des générations. Au fond de nous, on prie toujours au ciel que bon, voilà, que ces messieurs, que ce soit Issa Djelouma Bakare ou bien que ce soit Bello Boa Maïgari, on prie toujours au fond d'eux, ils ne soient pas ce qu'on pense d'eux, c'est-à-dire des fourbes. C'est très important. Et eux, ils essaient quand même de faire quelque chose, même si chacun à son niveau traîne la patte comme il peut, mais au moins au niveau d'aller rencontrer celui qu'on appelle Maurice Kamto, donc qui cristallise, qui vous a rappelé que vous êtes impopulaire, le peuple ne vous fait pas confiance, vous êtes là comme vous êtes là, vous ne pouvez pas mobiliser même les 1/5 du peuple. Vous avez découvert que sa cote de popularité est la clé, et c'est pour ça qu'il a été chassé de l'élection présidentielle. Vous devez seulement l'accepter, et c'est difficile pour vous de l'accepter. Maintenant, vous êtes face à cette réalité. Vous êtes face à cette réalité, il va falloir maintenant que vous trouvez, vous, un moyen de comment lui garantir que l'arbitre qui s'est acharné sur lui là, mais qui ne s'est pas acharné sur vous, vous avez la possibilité de le protéger de cet arbitre. Est-ce que vous comprenez un peu les tractations importantes? Que vous qui êtes donc sous la protection de Clément Atarna, qui est avec l'autorisation du mineur de Clément Atarna, c'est à vous de nous garantir maintenant la protection, sinon on se lance avec vous dans ce délire. C'est ça, les questions fondamentales qu'il faut se poser. Il ne s'agit pas d'aller lancer un soutien. Un soutien avec quelqu'un, c'est quelqu'un qui t'offre des garanties. Il faut offrir des garanties au peuple. Si le peuple te regarde aujourd'hui, le peuple te dit, bon, je te connais, quand je vois tes yeux, je ne vois que la fourberie. Pose-moi sur la table les garanties qui me prouvent que la personne que tu dis là, que malgré lui, on va quand même passer, dis-moi comment on va passer, explique-moi comment on va faire, garantis-moi les choses. Eux, ils ont au moins eu cette conversation. Ça veut dire qu'ils ont minimalement avancé. Ça veut dire qu'ils ont minimalement avancé. Donc c'est pour toi, Nkwagne. Maintenant, que ces jeunes qui estiment qu'il faut un jeune au pouvoir, il faut qu'un jeune aille faire ceci, il faut qu'un jeune aille faire cela, allez-y. On attend maintenant votre part de coalition. Bande de rigolos. Bande de rigolos. C'est ce que vous êtes. Au final, c'est ce que vous êtes. Parce que si vous étiez des vrais jeunes, vous serez au contact de l'impératif révolutionnaire du Cameroun aujourd'hui. Et vous serez les gens qui sont dehors en train de dire à la jeunesse camerounaise, nous ne pouvons plus accepter ce diktat, nous devons descendre pour aller mettre un stop à ça. C'est vous qui pouvez le faire. Vous, en tant que jeune candidat de l'opposition, c'est vous qui deviez avoir ce courage de dire à la jeunesse camerounaise que nous ne pouvons pas jouer avec ces cartes, nous ne pouvons pas continuer avec cette gamme, il vaut mieux descendre pour aller gérer ça. Mais vous n'avez pas cette force parce que vous n'avez même pas l'autonomie. Ce n'est pas vous-même qui avez décidé d'être là. Vous êtes que des pions, des marionnettes. Mais je voulais vous dire que, comme vous voulez que les septuagénaires se mettent ensemble, ils se sont déjà mis ensemble. C'est à votre tour. C'était pas par les enfants.